Hi, Lisa. It's a short workday today, isn't it? Huh? Today is Thursday, right? The short workday at my company is Wednesday. I wasn't talking about your company's policy. It's a day for you to come home quickly and do your job as a wife. That's why I'm telling you to come home without working overtime. I've never heard that before. I've just decided. If you're not working late, you can leave early. What is that? You're thinking like, if you don't have bread, just eat cake. Anyway, come home early. Before you come home, go to the supermarket and get some groceries for dinner. When you get home, you prepare my dinner, clean the bathroom, clean the toilet, and mop the floor. You can't just abandon your duties as a wife because of your job. That's unacceptable. That's impossible. Huh? I have to go to a distant client tomorrow. So I'm not going home today. I'm leaving on the train. What? Do you think you can get away with such nonsense? It's my job. It can't be helped. I've already told my husband Frank. Besides, even though we live together, it's a two-family house. Your side of the family should do the housework. I'm really dumbfounded. What's your job? You're a woman. You don't have much of a job anyway, but you have the nerve to go on a business trip? Normally, when a woman becomes a wife, she should quit her job and take care of her family, right? And you've been married for 20 years, and you still don't want to be part of the family. Are you talking about that again? As I said before, I am in a position of some responsibility in my company. I can't just casually leave early or resign. You haven't believed me for a long time that I'm a manager. Of course I don't. It's insane for a married woman to be in a managerial position. And an incompetent person like you can't possibly be in a managerial position. I see. That's why I'm telling you to quit your job. It's not like you're making much money anyway, and the business will run smoothly even if you're not there. Besides, what's more important than anything else? I think the reason I don't have grandchildren is because you're working. You're in your 40s. You're on the verge of not being able to have a baby, so you need to get on with it. That's why I want you to stop working. If I stop working, I won't be able to make a decent living. Besides, I've decided not to have kids. I have my hands full with my life right now, and I don't see any way I can adequately raise a child. What are you saying? You still insist that you can't live on Frank's earnings alone? We've been having the same conversation over and over again. There's no way that's true. Oh my God, I really wonder why a woman like you came to me as a daughter-in-law. As for me, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that you don't believe me even when I show you my paycheck stubs. Huh? My lunch break is over, so I'm going now.
Hey, Lisa. You said some terrible things to my mom.
Terrible things?
She said you took offense at her suggestions and lashed out at her. She's your mother too, even if she's your mother-in-law. Take better care of her. Respect her more.
Oh my God. I guess that's what they say.
Huh?
I'm being told that I'm totally in the wrong and that my mother-in-law can talk to me however she likes. I don't think your mother was right. That's why I argued my point of view. I didn't want to give in just because I was dealing with my mother-in-law.
Huh? It's not my mom's fault. You were embarrassed because my mom pointed it out, weren't you? That's why you took offense, right? If you honestly admit your guilt and sincerely apologize, I'll forgive you now. So apologize quickly.
Yes, you're right. It's enough. I've put up with you for the past 20 years, haven't I?
Huh? What are you talking about?
About my side of things. I'm at a hotel on a business trip, reconfirming the documents I need tomorrow. I guess that's it then.
Hey! I'm not done talking with you.
Lisa, I heard you're on a business trip again today. Yes, I am. I heard you're coming back in 3 days. Yes, that's right. Is there any possibility of a change of schedule? I can't say for sure. It depends on the situation at the destination. Is there a problem? Nothing, just checking. Okay. Okay then. Frank, what does this mean?
Oh?
I just came back from a business trip. All the furniture and dishes in the house are gone, leaving only my things. And there's divorce papers on the floor of the living room. What is this?
As you can see, I'm divorcing you. I talked it over with Mom, and we decided to start living separately, so we moved out.
Did you do that on purpose? You know today is our 20th wedding anniversary, right?
Yes, I do. Well, just because divorcing on your wedding anniversary is sad for you.
That's not really an explanation. So you're saying that your mother agrees with the separation to divorce process?
That's what I meant.
That's right, I get it. But I'll make sure you fulfill any necessary responsibilities that come with the divorce.
Responsibilities? Oh, you mean the divorce papers? I don't know what you're in such a hurry for, but the divorce papers are filled out by me. All you have to do is fill them out, send them in, and that's it. I'm fulfilling my last responsibility as your husband, filling out the divorce papers. Before you get on your high horse and start pointing fingers, you might want to check it out.
Oh, by the way, let me ask you something.
What?
How are you going to pay for your living expenses from now on?
Huh?
Your mother doesn't work. You're going to have to support her with your earnings. What do you think about that?
Of course I'm thinking about it. My mother and I have my father's inheritance, so it doesn't matter if you're not here.
I see. Okay, I get it. Are you sure you want to file for divorce?
Yes, I'm sure. Just fill them out as soon as possible.
I'll think about it. Lisa, as expected, you're home already, right? Honey, I'm done with you. You and Frank will be divorced. Oh, this time I have to deal with my mother-in-law. This time? Frank sent me a text a while ago about the divorce and moving out. Oh, I didn't know. Then there's only one thing I can say. In order for me to have a grandchild as soon as possible, I think the best thing I can do is for you to get out of my life and get Frank a new wife. A new wife? Frank told you that, didn't he? Holly is pregnant with Frank's child, and she wants to be married before the baby is born. Holly? Who's that? Oh, you don't know? Holly is a pretty and thoughtful woman who will turn 26 this year. I found her for Frank because you never had a baby. Huh? Holly is very different from an old wife like you. It's better to have a young woman to give birth to a child, isn't it? Old? Frank is older than me. You're much older than me. Shut up. Why do you lack respect for your mother-in-law? I'm so glad I didn't let you have a child. It would have been terrible if they grew up to be rude like their mother. Huh, I see. I'd like to ask you one thing.
What?
What are you going to do about your living expenses from now on?
What?
If you let Frank divorce me, it means you can no longer rely on my earnings. I don't know if Holly, whose name you just mentioned, is working.
I made her leave because she got pregnant so that she could start a family.
I see. So the 3 of you will be living on Frank's earnings, and in a few months, the 4 of you will be living on his earnings alone.
Yes, that's right.
Are you sure you can handle it?
Of course we will be fine. After all, Frank's monthly income is double yours. We'll be able to live without any problems at all.
What? Frank doesn't make that much money.
What are you talking about? The pay stub you showed me before. Your take-home pay was about $3,000, right? Frank's salary is double that, so he earns $6,000 a month.
That's the opposite.
Opposite?
I make twice as much as Frank.
What?
Let me put it in a simple way. It is correct that my take-home pay is $3,000 per month. Frank earns about half of that. That means $1,500 a month.
Huh?
Even though you lived in the guest room, you lived under the same roof and you didn't notice? Your son has moved from job to job. In the 20 years since he married me, he has quit and changed jobs 11 times.
11 times?
The longest one lasted a little over 3 years. The shortest one he quit after just 1 day. How can his salary go up like this?
Why does he quit his job so quickly?
Maybe it's because he's spoiled.
What do you mean?
Almost all the reasons for quitting, it seems, are human relations. When I asked him about the details, he told me that he always quits because he gets into a fight with another employee. In the worst cases, they even grabbed each other and fought. I even paid compensation to the other party.
I don't understand. But it's not my son's fault. He must have been bullied or mistreated at work. Then he has every right to be angry.
I don't know what's really going on here. It's hard to imagine that he's been bullied at every one of the 10 companies he's left. Of course, there are times when people get into trouble when they work. But to resign after a fight on your first day at work is just too strange. I think it's more reasonable to think that Frank had a problem and that he was the one that started the fight.
What if it's true? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Frank said he would tell you himself.
I didn't hear about it.
Frank probably didn't tell you. Anyway, because of these circumstances, he depended on my salary to live. So having a child was just a dream. When I was a newlywed, I wanted to have children too. Even though I didn't have the money when I was young, I kept thinking, when I get older and can afford it. I kept thinking about it, and before I knew it, 20 years had passed. Because Frank's salary did not increase, we had to give up on having children. Even if it weren't for that, I would have had to give up on having a child because my husband quit his job every time he had a fight or a disagreement. I can't think of raising a child because it's too unstable and random. And if something goes wrong and someone gets hurt and there is an incident, I would feel sorry for my child.
Wait a minute. If that's true, why would Frank divorce you, the breadwinner? That's too stupid of him, no matter how much Holly is in his life.
According to the text from Frank just now, he said he'll be fine because of the inheritance left by his father.
Huh? Inheritance? There's no such thing and there never has been.
I'm sure that's true. Your husband liked to spend his money. Anyway, why don't you talk about it with Frank face to face? It seems that you two overestimated each other's importance and depended on each other. You both seem to have left out important details.
Hey, Lisa. I'll give you one last chance.
What? Did you have a discussion with your mother?
Yes, I did. I'll tell you how it went.
No, I don't want to know.
I'll tell you the only way you don't have to get a divorce from me. If you want to continue our relationship, you give me money every month. You're gonna give me and my mother everything you make. Do you understand?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're an idiot.
Huh?
I'll explain it to you in detail. From now on, Mom and I will be in charge of the household finances. I'll give you $50 as a monthly allowance, and you'll make do with that. If you agree to these terms, we won't get divorced, and I'll tell you where to move.
Huh, I see.
If you want to be a family with me in the future, you're going to have to put up with me treating you like an ATM.
I can't because I'm going to live in England.
Huh? England?
A while ago, I was troubled by the fact that the company told me, or rather strongly implied, that I'd be transferred overseas. But you and your mother said you wanted a divorce and moved out. Thanks to that, I've made up my mind.
Huh?
So, I'm getting divorced, so I accepted the offer of an overseas assignment. I said yes today.
What?
If you are single, would you be willing to take a permanent assignment and be prepared to live there permanently? I was asked, and I said yes. I wonder if I'll come to the US only for short visits.
Have you already filed for divorce?
Yeah, I have already divorced. I stopped by the city office this morning before work and handed in the paperwork. You told me to file as soon as possible, so I did.
No way. I found out I'm not going to get my father's inheritance, which I was counting on. How are my mom and I going to make a living now?
Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm going to sue you for your infidelity.
Sue? What? Why? I've never been unfaithful.
Holly, right? Your mother told me everything.
What?
Even if she hadn't, I already was suspicious. That's why I had already been gathering evidence against you. It seems you decided to have this young Holly have the baby because I wouldn't have it. Have you ever thought about why I don't want to have children? Because your low salary and low sense of responsibility are not enough to raise a child properly. It seems that your mother has encouraged you to have a baby. You're going to have a hard time from now on.
Damn.
I've asked my lawyer to take care of everything else. I'm a stranger to you now.
Oh, Lisa. Wait a minute.
Hey, Lisa. We got mail from your lawyer. How did you know where we moved to? That house is an empty house managed by your late husband's sister, right?
What?
She said, your husband and mother-in-law are living there without permission, and she complained to me.
Why would she?
I told her what had happened, and she agreed to cooperate with me until the matter was settled.
What matter?
I'm talking about the mail you received. Let me put it simply. I'm going to sue for adultery, so pay it at once. That's what it says.
Alimony?
My husband cheated on me. I have the right to demand it. And by the way, Holly has already paid it.
What?
It seems that Frank used the promise of his father's inheritance, which never existed, to get into a relationship with her. She said she would leave him if he didn't have money, and she went back to the countryside. By the way, she is planning to claim child support for the child. I'm sure you'll be getting a bill from Holly in the near future.
My grandchild? That child is to be my grandchild, and I am to raise them. I won't allow her to go back to the countryside.
That's between you and Holly. Actually, you'll have to talk to your lawyer. I can't help you if you talk to me. In any case, I'm sure you'll have to pay for the child out of Frank's low salary. Why don't you just give up and find a part-time job as soon as possible?
Oh no. Lisa, you can get back together with Frank.
I don't want to. I'm going to England.
England?
I'm sure you talked to Frank, but is there a lack of information exchange again?
If you say so.
It's too much trouble to say it all again. Ask your son.
Lisa?
Goodbye. As expected, Holly also sent a letter from her lawyer saying she wanted child support and custody of the baby. Frank tricked me into getting pregnant. I didn't know he was married. I am a victim. She successfully obtained the amount of money she requested. My ex-husband and mother-in-law had to pay a huge amount of money, including the portion I had claimed. They had to borrow money and are living in poverty in a shabby apartment. I saw them through to that point, and then I moved to England. I was in my 40s, so I thought it would be tough to remarry, and I was working hard at my job. I have become friends with a local man of the same age, and may possibly remarry.
I just finished work and I'm going home now.
Hi. I'll be able to finish work on time too.
Great! I'll make dinner and wait for you at home then. What do you want for dinner tonight?
Curry.
Okay, you really love curry.
Your curry's the best. Oh, do we have any meat in the fridge? I think my mom used up all the meat yesterday.
I guess there's no more meat then. I didn't go grocery shopping yesterday, so I didn't get any meat. Can I just make vegetable curry?
What? Be real. It's chicken curry or no curry.
I got it. I know you love chicken curry. I'll go grocery shopping after I come home.
Sorry, I appreciate it.
I don't have much time to simmer it. Will you be okay with it?
That's fine. I'll eat it again tomorrow night.
Okay. Good luck with the rest of your work. Chicken curry will be waiting for you.
I will work hard for chicken curry. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Brian, it's an emergency.
What? What happened? I'm going home now. Lisa's making curry for dinner tonight. Don't complain about her cooking this time, Mom.
We don't have time to talk about it. Lisa.
Lisa's what?
I'm sorry about Lisa. I can't believe she got into an accident.
It was my fault.
How could it be your fault?
I told her to make curry for dinner. Lisa went out shopping because I said I wanted chicken curry. Then she got into an accident, and this is my fault.
You don't need to be so sad about it. You worry too much.
I appreciate your consolation, but I'm really not in the mood right now. Lisa died because of me.
Get a hold of yourself. Lisa wouldn't be happy if she saw you like this.
That's true, but I want to blame myself for a little longer. That is all there is left for me to do.
We have to plan a funeral, too. We're also holding a wake tomorrow.
I know, but I can't get a hold of my emotions yet.
Lisa would be sad if she saw you like this. Do you want to make her sad?
I know, but I didn't expect you to console me so much. I thought you didn't like Lisa. You two weren't so close, although you lived together.
I didn't dislike her. I never imagined anything like this would happen. But we have to accept reality. We can't stay sad forever.
but it happened just yesterday. I can't get over it so fast.
But you have to get over. You have many things to do.
Yeah, we have to prepare for the funeral and everything. We also have to think about the speech for the funeral.
Didn't you forget something important?
What?
The insurance! I texted you to talk about the insurance. I want to know the amount before making a big purchase.
The amounts? Big purchase? What are you talking about?
Be realistic. Your wife is dead, but it was a good thing she died in an accident.
It was a good thing. Are you out of your mind?
You'll receive the compensation and the full amount of insurance because she died in an accident. It was better than losing her due to a disease. You would have had to take care of her in that case.
Wait, is this some kind of sick joke? I really don't have room in my mind to laugh at your jokes right now.
A sick joke? What are you talking about?
If it isn't a sick joke, what are you talking about? You're talking about the compensation and the insurance when I'm devastated? I'm disconsolate about the death of my wife. It was a good thing. Nothing about this was good. Do you consider me your family?
You're going to give us half of the money because you're our family, aren't you?
What? Are you reading my texts?
I am. Did you read mine?
Stop talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. Why are you talking about money right now?
We have to talk about it now. I can't make a purchase unless I know how much money I'm going to get.
What? Make a purchase? By the way, where did you go? We are prepping for the funeral.
I thought I could buy a new car depending on how much money I'm going to get. I came to have a look.
Wait. Are you serious right now? Your daughter-in-law, whom you used to live with, died. And you went to look at a new car while your son is preparing for the funeral?
What? It's better than feeling depressed and not doing anything like you. We have to move forward. We're alive.
I can't believe this. My biological mother is telling me such unethical things without hesitation. And acting unethically.
What? Your father is with me too.
Dad, too? What are you two doing?
We've been wanting a new car. We thought the timing was perfect.
Don't you flippin' know that you're not supposed to say something so inappropriate? Don't you ever say this in front of Lisa's parents. I'm so ashamed that you're my parents.
Oh well, it's a good thing you have a family. You don't have Lisa anymore, but you have us. It was too bad Lisa died in an accident. And how much is the insurance? I'll get half of it because we're family, right?
You're inhumane.
Whatever. Just give me the money.
Stop messing with me. Enough is enough. You crossed the line.
Why are you mad?
You two are the lowest of the low. You're not my family anymore. I've only had one family, Lisa. You two are just parasites that leech off my house.
That's so rude. That's not the way to talk to your parents.
Say whatever you want. I don't consider you my parents anymore. You're not my family anymore, so don't think of me as your family.
Huh? What are you talking about? We're family.
You asked me to give you half of the insurance when I was devastated. What you did is inhumane. I don't need both of you. You're not in my family anymore. Don't depend on the insurance.
Don't be so cold. So, how much are you going to get? We'll split. We'll split it into thirds with me, your dad, and you.
No way. Are you insane? I won't give you a penny.
Not even a penny? You're kidding.
You're the one who's kidding, aren't you? It's only been a day since Lisa died, and And you're already planning to buy a new car? Are you crazy? You're the ones who's kidding, aren't you? You're a psychopath. Do you not have a heart?
Why are you calling me names? It's not our fault. It's just time to buy a new car.
How is that related to my wife dying in a car accident? You don't understand how despaired I am. Do you realize that I lost my wife?
I know. I'm sorry if I made you upset. We've been so busy thinking about buying a new car. We couldn't shift our focus. I'm sorry.
It's too late to apologize.
Why? I apologized. I should be forgiven. Just tell me how much the insurance will be. That's all I need to know.
I told you already. I'm not giving you any money. Not only that, but I also need you to get out of the house.
What?
I don't want to see your face again. Pack your bags and get out.
What? Are you going to kick us out? You can't do that.
Why? This is my house. Of course I can kick you out. I don't even want to see your face anymore. Get out.
Cut it out already. We're your parents. It's crazy to kick your parents out that you live with.
I only let you live with us out of charity. I didn't want to live with you two in the first place. You two had to sell your house to pay off your debts. That's the only reason I let you live with us. But I'm not going to let you live in my house anymore. Just get out.
Are you really going to kick us out? What are we supposed to do after being kicked out of the house? Where are we supposed to go?
I don't care about that. You two are in your 50s. You can still work. You're alive. Lisa can't work anymore. We can't even be with each other anymore.
Okay, just calm down. Brian, don't kick us out of the house. Family should live together.
I told you I don't consider you my family anymore. I don't care if you two become homeless. Having known your cruelty, I'm so done with you. You two have thought of Lisa as a stranger.
I'm sorry that we hadn't understood how despaired you were. But let's just calm down. Blaming me won't do anything, right? I'm sorry I sent you such insensitive texts.
It was an eye-opener.
What do you mean?
My only family was Lisa. You two only depended on my income. You've never cared about me. I finally realized that you've only been taking advantage of me.
That's not true. We're a family who's lived in unity.
We lived in unity. You always criticized Lisa's cooking and complained about it. She always laughed it off. But I felt bad for her every day.
Did you?
Who would be happy to see their loved one being criticized? I can't apologize enough to her. And I'm willing to pay for it for the rest of my life. I'll cut you two out of my life first. I won't let you two take advantage of me anymore. I can't live with heartless people. Don't come to her funeral. You're disgusting.
Don't be so harsh. We should support each other. We're a family.
The insurance is the only thing you want. You won't get any, so give it up. Bye. Don't ever pretend like we're a family. Go to hell. Lisa, I haven't been able to accept your death. I feel like you'll reply to me again. I'll never forget about you. Thank you for having married me and been with me. Goodbye. I'll try to move forward. I love you from the bottom of my heart. After that, Brian's parents tried barging into Lisa's funeral, but the security guards found them and threw them out. Having been kicked out of the house, Brian's parents became homeless. They cried and apologized and begged Brian for help, but he stuck to his decisions and kept ignoring them. It would still take a while for Brian to heal completely, but he decided to make a fresh start with his gratitude and love for Lisa in his heart. He's going to break off relations with his parents completely, and he is trying to move forward, cherishing his memories with Lisa. It was perhaps the right thing to break off relations with such a heartless family.